What's up, you guys? Shiz back for a brand new series. Wasn't planning on doing this just yet, but we are going to be playing some Saltsea Chronicles in honor of oh my god, the Gute Fabrik, the indie game developer. I did just do a whole TikTok / YouTube short about it. They did announce that they were halting production today. And if you've been with Bros Indie for a while, you know, like one of the games that I've talked about in terms of like my favorite kind of game is things like Night in the Woods or Mutazione, if I'm pronouncing that correct. I know you guys, it's more of the Italian version of the song. I'm sorry, the word, not the song. I apologize. Yeah, that is definitely a game that inspired me a lot in terms of me thinking about something that I'm working on. And it's a shame that the studio is no longer able to keep up with, you know, financial demands of being an independent studio. You know, in terms of gaming, for especially the last year, has been rough. Not just for independent developers, but also, you know, big studios as well, with the layoffs, financial struggles, things like that. So gaming is in a very tough spot right now. And so I don't know, just to kind of bring love and awareness to a studio that has created something that I deeply enjoy and, again, have been inspired by, I wanted to finally play Saltsea Chronicles. I've talked about it, playing it like a bunch of times, but, you know, things just got me sidetracked for a while, and I never had a chance to actually play it when it came out. So I wish it was under better circumstances, but I am finally gonna play. So if you are watching this on YouTube and you've never played Mutazione or played Saltsea Chronicles, do yourself a favor. Definitely, you know, watch this if you're not familiar with how it plays. It's very chill. The art style I love, the music I love. And if you're feeling this, absolutely, you know, support them as they, you know, officially close down, I think, within the month. Because these, like, Mutazione was fantastic. I can't speak more highly of it. I think they deserve a proper good send-off, so. In Saltsea Chronicles, rather than being a main character, you'll guide the crew as a collective. If you want to trace different pathways, you can branch your save file from any completed chapter. Some events might remain, but others will change. There are no wrong choices, only your choices. We hope you enjoy your time at Saltsea. It's time to set sail. Okay. I think for the sake of it, we stick true to how we do. We make the choices that we make. There are no wrong choices, and that'll be what it'll be. Old friend. Maya's house. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I gotta go full screen for me to see that. Maya's home. Long left abandoned as she traveled the seas. Recently brought back to life. Even on temperate days, something about Yarafi Rouse makes it feel like the coldest place in the whole Saltsea archipelago. The grand old tree leans in anticipation of the wind, a faithful friend to the rest of these many years. Tell a story. Past and present. Stu, Mope, Maja. Well, I don't know why I went heavy on that accent there, my bad. Merle and Iris gather around the fire. I swear, I heard it yesterday. It was spooky. Maja laughs, and laugh is grand, infectious, attractive. Ghosts in the machine? It does seem a touch unlikely. I assume that's a vest kind of thing going on. So, and the mustache kind of makes me want to use that voice. Do we tease or no? Maybe they're real. Interesting. Were they speaking Pata or ghost language? Merle clears his throat officiously. Respectfully, while ghosts are, well... It nevertheless pays to listen to people's accounts, no matter how much stock you put into their interpretation. Nice to say my brain's rusted. Mope's baby, Ade, lets out a quiet whimper. Mope clears her throat. Enough ghosts. They fall quiet. This is not a night for ghosts, except for our ghost ship, though the Kelpie's looking more corporeal every day. Stu chuckles. Perhaps we can go over our plan for... No plans, I'm exhausted. My accents are all over the map, I'm sorry. Tell us one of your stories, Maja. Mope smiles gently. Well, I can't refuse that. Let me see. Oh. Okay, well, off the rip, this looks very interesting. I'm gonna go with the present. Once there was a beautiful navigator. Her skills and sense were known in all the isles. She was quiet but clever, careful and brave, and one day she discovered a stowaway. Raggedy thing this stowaway was, mixed up in a small dispute and needing to make a hasty escape, but the only ship passing was not, let's say, friendly. But the oh wait, oops, I didn't realize it was a different sentence, my bad. The stowaway emerged expecting to be tossed overboard, but then as the moon's light lit the face of the navigator, all was still, all was perfect, all was love. The navigator advocated for the stowaway, made a deal for safe passage, and the rest, as they say, is history. The tail end. Iris's mouth has fallen open. So romantic. Funny, that's not quite how I remember it. Maja grins. Stu nudges Merle in the ribs suggestively. Is that the story of Mope and Maja? A love so strong it provoked a mutiny. Mope's frown is betrayed by a twitch at the corner of her mouth. Pull her close. Is it chill tonight? Maja wraps an arm around Mope, pulling her closer to the fire. Who else has a story? Iris huffs, blowing their hair out of their eyes. There you go. Not me. How could someone who's been stuck on one salty old island their whole life have a story? Maja looks at Mope. Want to correct the record? Mope shakes her head, happy to listen. Not the storytelling kind. Perhaps I could tell you all about one of my most meaningful archaeological experiences. Or the origin story about the two lovers who became the moons. Both tempting. Iris, you choose. Let's go with Stu. In the time before the flood, there was only one moon, but when the dancers lit the sky, there was a terrible burst of light that split the moon in two, sorry. As it split, pieces fell to earth. Two of those pieces found their way to two lovers, separated by a family dispute. Sorry. Wow. Okay, yeah, I keep missing the fact that it's adding a sentence on. One was held in a tower, the other at sea. Each thought of the other as they polished their piece of moon over and over. As they did, they each discovered that their piece became bright and reflective beyond compare. So, on a moon's bright night, each used their piece to reflect light into the eyes of their captors. Each escaped to find the other. They had many adventures after that beginning. Aruna and Esmeralda each wore their piece of moon around their neck, each seeking the other to their last day. One more story. Maja claps her hands together. The stories of Aruna and Esmeralda were some of my favorite as a child. Iris is picking at something on their shirt, distracted. Woke kid fleas in your undies, Popple. Yuck. I was just wondering, how long until we can sail? The next comes out in a rush. And where are we gonna go when we can? All eyes to Maja, who sighs. Even Mope has raised her eyebrows. Kid has a point. Well, it was probably the only person Iris would take Kid from. Yeah. What is our plan? I told you, simply adventure. Tell us like it's a story. Maja smiles. Once, a tricksy stowaway met a beautiful seafarer, the strongest and best navigator she'd ever known. Then, that seafarer introduced her to an old friend. I'm assuming that's a stew, a diver, and a traveler, ship's cook, and a wily seabird. The glue in every situation you might find. That seabird knew a historian who had been digging around for old knowledge, a historian willing to push further and deeper than those before. And then they all met a young ratter, who had somehow managed to build a rig out of odds and ends and get themselves fluent in every language of Saltsea. They came together to Nrahafi Grouse, sorry if I'm butchering that, I apologize, to rebuild the ancient Dekelpi, ready to set sail on an adventure that would one day be told all over the Isles. Time for bed. Iris let out a sigh as delighted by the science as the romance. Not sure if I like wily. Sounds a bit too much like old. A nice story. The fire dying down flickers pale under the night sky. Maja looks around at her crew. Okay. We'll be up with the Nars tomorrow. Best to bed, I reckon. A mixture of grumbles and agreement, they begin to leave. Moped touches Maja light on the arm. Am I with you tonight? I want to do a bit of dream sailing. Can't get it out of my head. I put the cot in the crew hut. That okay? Moped nods and places a gentle kiss on Maja's forehead. Don't wander too far off. I always come back to you. But frowns a tight smile. Then follows the crew to their makeshift bunks. Something gonna happen to Maja already? Night, my love. No way. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn my... Ah, okay, so that's the cloud. Okay. I don't know who that person was. Like the person that had the bird fall on their shoulder. Right, because there's our historian. And then there's Stu. Super Smash! The roust. So I'm guessing this is before the ship shows up. Right. For a second I was gonna say, oh, so are we gonna play as Iris? And then I remembered I think it's a collective. But where has she gone? If we knew that kitten, she'd not be missing. Muriel's mustache twitches in consternation. I don't know what consternation means. It is rather confounding. I can't believe Maja would leave without a word. Of course, she wouldn't leave us. They flap their hands trying to calm themselves. We need her. We have much to do. She's not always the most reliable souls. Stu is being diplomatic. Her pack has vanished. Her house is vacated. Merle, less so. Ade cries out. The book they've been chewing suddenly provides insufficient entertainment. Here. She hands Merle the soggy almanac. I'm sorry. Pebble von Dre. An old edition, but perhaps not the best use of a purchased resource? Well, pursues the baby, uninterested in Merle's opinion on managing Ade. She's never done this before, left without some word on why. The crew falls silent. Yars call outside. Gently. Perhaps I should lead an investigation. My analytical skills may be of some advantage in persuading the local community to... Maybe she just wanted space. Space, yeah, that's it, totally. We just need to ask around. Someone will know. Oh, besides, waving her spare hand. Fine, go look. Gestures at his broken sling. I can't go until that's fixed, though. I shall form an expedition to locate our captain. If you all concur, can you expedite a place you've been living for weeks? That's not what expedite means. Oh, shush. Okay. Start with her house. As his wails are rising, Molpe's winces. Sorry. Did she pack? Leave any messages? That kind of thing? We should also examine our vessel, the Brave de Calpe. Perhaps there is a clue there. Iris tucks their swooping fringe behind their ear, chewing their lip. Stu looks over. I'm sure everything is fine, kitten. She wouldn't just leave us. Just one other person with me, I should think. We don't want to occasion any apprehension among the local populace. And it cries echoes all around the room. There's a mystery to uncover, but who should accompany Moreau? Oh, well, that's easy. It should be Iris, because Iris knows every language. Just in case. Okay, expedition crew parties are made up of 2 crew members. Moreau has volunteered to lead the expedition. Mopa isn't able to join. You can compare remaining crew members' motivation skills and decide who should complete the duo. I do think maybe, all right, so before we even read it, I think maybe Iris might be a little bit too like eager. So that's a little concern. Because that could potentially, like, if their emotions are heightened, maybe they'll be like, you know, when they're talking to somebody, maybe they'll like, whoa, you're kind of doing a lot. But we'll see. Well, hold on, let me read Merle's stuff. Right, classic historian, great interest in cultural anthropology, marred only by a clumsy manner and allergy to basically everything. I think Merle and Stu probably bump heads a little bit, not like, you know, in an aggressive way, but just, I don't think, this is not an opposites attracts kind of situation, I think. An island dominated by a huge seabird colony, farmed by the local population for oil, eggs, meat, and down. A very insular community, though it's not clear whether they dislike strangers or whether the stink of guano keeps people away. The main language on Yarafi is Pata. Moreau speaks Pata and an archaic version of Ultung. It's been far too long since I've had the opportunity to exercise my anthropological training. Okay. Iris speaks Pata, Esteli, and Minten. This is my home. If anyone can help find Maja, it's me. A local but a misfit. Is there really a place on Narafi for Iris? Okay, so everybody speaks Pata. Food, friendship, or flirting. One of them will worm out the truth, and I'm practiced in all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iris. Iris lives here. And just in case there's a third language that pops up. Okay, let's look at everything in here. Stove has gone out and cooled overnight. The scent of guano fuel is far from soothing. How do I... Beds. Iris has never been known to make their bed. Moreau has never been known not to. Hey, she's still at it wrangling. While you're at it, can you get me a new sling for this one? Little one, shush. Assistance. Iris looks askance? Yo, I'm learning the words I've never heard of. At the wrangling headache. Sure. Maja was no use with crying, but she'd sew up a sling in a trice. Well, he pauses as Ada begins to grizzle. Flood's sake, where is she? Certainty. We're gonna find her. We will. A hard look comes over Mulvey's face. Sprechen we're jits? What? Are you speaking Dutch in chat? Is that what you said? She thinks I'll welcome her back easy. Iris looks down. The sling? Did you just say Dutch? Cringe. I thought that's what Deutsch was. I could see if they have any, you know, baby stuff at Puckle's Clutch. Ah, okay. An issue represents tension between members of the crew. To track issues, access them in the menu hub. Okay, so we gotta go to Puckle's Clutch, one of the lesser visited places of trade across the archipelago. The only rule of trade is that it be fair. Okay. The bulb each hold a candle. They've lit many a late night argument over hull hydrodynamics. Oh my god. I think navigating with the controller is a little bit difficult. I think definitely this is probably better on, I mean, it is a point and click kind of thing, so probably would have been better with mouse.
Jump backwards. Yeah, okay.
Merle slips on some feathers on the floor, coughing at the dander catches in his throat. Feathers, frightful, farcical. Okay, god, Jesus. I think you came to the wrong island. Resigned. Sighs, bends down, and tidies away the feathers. I suppose it's not the bird's fault, though, that I'm constitutionally incapable of tolerating their plumage. I need my glasses. The local customs are anthropologically interesting at the least. Iris narrows their eyes. A barb, an offer. I know their language. I could tell them to leave you alone, or to follow you everywhere you go. It should not be possible to sneeze in fear, but Merle manages. Iris is annoyed at Merle. How the fuck did we already create? We're creating drama just by reading shit. I'm about to stop reading shit. A lost charm. Ade let out a wail. Mope, who was distracted for just a moment, quickly turns to put something from their mouth. Oh, pull something, not put. Little one, what have you got there? Mope examines the dripping thing. Maja's lucky Rawfoot charm. Was that just by my bed? But knows her partner never likes to leave without it. This feels like bad news. Ade burbles in cheerful conversation with the soggy charm. Not for babies, little one. Mope pockets the charm, frowning. Yeah, I mean, obviously something happened with Maja being taken by somebody. Stu is bustling around her bunk, trussing up bundles of herbs. Preparations? Always wise to be ready, kitten. I'm not gonna keep doing voices because there's just so much. And if Maja's fine, this will be handy for dinner. I'm confident. I'm certain we'll be able to learn the truth if we're persistent. Stu thinks carefully about what to say. Maja's impulsive for sure, but this isn't like her. Well, we'll know soon enough, and if not, I'm sure these bones can take just one more adventure. Hopes. You're, looking forward to it? Always said I wanted to see as much of Saltsea as possible. Was itching for something new when Maja got in touch. Said I needed a nice project to settle down with. If we sail, maybe I can catch up with my kids. I didn't know you had kids. 4 children, was it? Okay, apparently we did. Apparently we did know that. 5, all over the place. Reckon they inherited my itchy feet. She stretches, looking out the window and up to the top of the roust. You two find what you can, and whatever you find, I'll be ready. So we obviously do leave here with somebody, so I'm guessing there's a stowaway on the ship. The painting shows the Kelpie's crew in front of their ship, smiling broadly, or in Merle's case, trying. The day we put in the new rudder, that traveling painter, you could have tried to smile. Merle sniffs. She was particularly slow painter. See, I keep kind of reverting to doing a voice, and then I give up immediately. She certainly, she certainly caught Maja's expression well, very pleased. So pleased, building an actual boat. They stare at the picture, Iris' eager young face, Merle clutching the blueprints, Stu standing comfortably to one side, Mope's gaze turned towards Maja, who grins confidently. True. We had worked hard, that's the look you see on my face, pride. Hope. Iris turns to Merle, biting their lip. We're, gonna find her, right? Merle gives a firm nod. Whatever has happened, we will find out. Okay, let's go outside. I gotta get menuing figured out right here. Okay, so there you go. Merle's logs contain information about your current playthrough and objectives. The left-hand side lists the starting point for each log entry. Newly added or updated entries are marked with this round icon. The right-hand side shows follow-ups and portraits of associated characters. Alright. Crew page. Resolve like this issue here. When an issue can no longer be resolved, it's marked as scuppered. Oh, wait. It seems like Maja's been acting strangely for a few days, and now she's disappeared. What's going on? The crew have worked together for a few months, yet it still feels like early days. Wilbur, Merle, Iris, and Stu, uncertain at first, have grown to know and like one another through working on the Kelpie. The crew are tense in their worry over their vanished captain. We were asked for a new slang. Iris is annoyed about the dismissiveness of the culture. Collection of curiosities arising from several explorations. Turn the pages to find the themes for your collection. Oh, so we gotta like click everything. My goodness. Okay. Okay. Guarded conversation. A tall, muscular. A well-muscled Islander is stationed in front of the Kelpie. Arms folded, she watches every move Merle and Iris make. Excuse me. The guard is impassive. Hello? She does not move. Would you mind telling us what you're doing here? Not an expression crosses her face. Let us on our ship. See, this is why I was worried about bringing Iris. Let's have Merle. Merle takes a step forward towards the guard and clears his throat. There seems to be a misunderstanding. This is our ship. Well, I gather collective custodianship is typical here, but we've been renovating it for some weeks now. We're now conducting an urgent investigation. I'm sure you understand. The guard is yet unremoved. Iris tries. Hey, Malka, it's me, Iris. We cliff roped in the same class, remember? Whatever, I don't even care. Okay, I care. Alright. A heavy chain secures the Kelpie to the dock, clamped with huge and elaborate padlocks. Stare at it, appalled. What? We made an enemy, it seems. Disbelief. We didn't do that. But we don't do this here. We don't lock things away or stop people from using what they need. And yet someone has. Perhaps Maja went too far in some way? Defense. This isn't her fault. Maja belongs to Jarafi Rouse. Jarfi. What? Perhaps if you explained why she left the first time. It's them. People here just hate anything new. Iris pauses. I bet I know who's done this. Grinds her teeth. There's a deep furrow between their eyes. Perhaps you could share this information? He's always hated Maja. It turns out... Iris turns towards the cluster of buildings in the center of the island. Aaron. Then we should examine Maja's quarters first and gather what information we can before we confront them. Iris nods, worrying at the hem of their shirt. Sorry. Jesus. Well, okay. A ripe smell rises from the marsh, vicious as a 5-year-old compost heap. Marks in the muck. Merle squats down and peers at a patch of relatively dry mud. What? Several birds have been here, and one human. Interest. Couldn't that be, like, basically anyone? No, you see, it rained shortly after sundown yesterday, so one and only one human has passed this way overnight. Maja? Do you know the precise size of her feet? Iris gives Merle a worried look. Because I certainly don't. Iris lets this sink in. Let's keep looking. Bird poop mound. Productive citizens. What is that? A small, well-oiled and fat gull with a striped orange beak and an extremely irritating call. Okay, so it's just the birds. Merle, striding forward across the marsh, places his foot squarely in a large pile of poop. Watch out. Merle glares at Iris, easing his shoe out of the muck. Your warning could have been more timely. Bites their lips. Sorry. It's not convinced. It's just a bit of dirt. Wrinkles his nose. Birds are what we do here. Merle gives a deep, rattling sigh. How do I make them less annoyed at each other? I mean, that's kind of like, if you step on shit, that's kind of, you know, why weren't you paying attention? Iris spots something glinting in the muck. Look, there. Oh, wow. Please take care not to splash so vigorously. No. Alright, yeah. Carefully picks their way out of the pool. They take a few steps away from Merle before pointedly shaking their boots. Thank you. Scowls. Suppose you won't want to see this then. Just a filthy rock. Show me and I shall let you know. It's Jarai. Perfectly calm and throw it back. No! I wanted to save it. Oh, I accidentally... Okay. Just thought you would appreciate knowing the facts. I meant to keep it. Oh my god. Thick cloud of insects hovers in the air, buzzing irritably. Can I go backwards? What does that do? Oh. Okay, so the bumpers let you, like, right and left bumper let you either jump to the next page or something, but the gear for loading and unloading cargo squeaks rustily in the breeze. It hasn't been used for some time. Okay, yeah. Wait, no. So the bumpers do that. Vast bird head shaped crane was once painted in gaudy colors, now long since faded by the weather. Totems line the path, the birds bring luck, they say, just how much luck is unclear. Celeste retreat. Layer upon layer. Merle picks up a box of Lullamet scented candles. He opens it and breathes in deeply. Candles. You're a candle person? Merle sniffs again, this time a little more theatrically. Breath of fresh air. I'm not sure you quite appreciate the strength of the avian aroma here. It pervades. And Celeste uses Lullamet perfume. Merle purses his lips and shuts the box. I like the candles. The air is so still, so serene, even a whisper would break the spell. Weren't we just talking? The calm one. A delicious floral scent wafts around the hut. Iris gestures at the still figure at the heart of the room. Celeste's retreat. For all your dream sailing needs. In the center of the space, Celeste meditates serenely on a mat. She hasn't moved at all. Greetings. Hello? Oh, don't bother, she can't hear you. Of waves, a rip in the sky. Dream sailing. Merle is enchanted by the peaceful figure. I see. You see what? I'm simply impressed by the space. It's very impressive. Iris grins at his sudden lack of vocabulary. Merle clears his throat. I suggest we return once her journey's over. Perhaps she has seen something on this plane or another, beyond the fault. She getting high. Alright. Let's go check out Maja's house. Stove is warm to the touch. It was lit within the past day. Sketches. Layers of scrap cover Maja's surfaces. She gathered anything that will take ink. Drawings scribbled on offcuts of fabric, dried leaves, even a few pieces of precious paper. Among the half-finished technical drawings are a few sketches that are freer, brighter, stranger. Interesting. Dreams. They seem like the records of a sleeping mind. Dream sailing. The word is layered with scorn. Yes. I believe it is wise to keep an open mind on metaphysical matters. Iris sticks out their tongue. What I cannot confirm or deny, so too can I not dismiss. Wasn't Iris the one that was believing in ghosts? So like you believe in ghosts but you don't believe in dream sailing? Okay. It's clear that Iris thinks people overstate the importance of dream sailing. Well, bed, okay. Radio is cooler than dreaming any day. Iris places the sheet back on the desk. As Iris lays the sketches down, a sheet slips to the floor. Merle picks it up and begins reading aloud. Work progressing. Crew well chosen. Consumed by the project. Aaron came, not happy, worried. Obstacle? Know what I have to do, no matter what. As if she were talking herself around to something. She mentioned Aaron. Clearly he has questions to answer. I don't like this. We should confront him. Gathering hall then. A pause. Come on then. Merle examines the chaos one more time, and as they leave, slips a sketch into his bag. Staring at the radio, pulls a neat little tool wallet from their pocket. Are you sure this is the only thing I definitely know? Merle bows to Iris's expertise. They fiddle for a while, then noise bursts forth. Got it. The radio crackles. With a few strange words, they lean in. Bend Cove's sharp lights to the solo. Moon's dark. Strange, peculiar words. Iris shrugs. Bend Coves means friends up north. It's used as a filler word too. And the solo could that be the Ensolo Fault? Dangerous waters north and east of the Saltsea archipelago, which no ship has survived, probably. No mention of Maja, though. Nevertheless, your skill with communication is impressive. Iris blushes despite themselves. There's nothing like picking up a signal from across the archipelago and figuring out what it means, much to your credit. Iris blushes, deepens, whatever. See, good thing we had Iris. Nothing but dust. The wardrobe is empty, save for a little dust. This confirms my rather upsetting hypothesis. Pope doesn't believe Maja would leave. Iris folds their arms. Fear. I'm very much afraid the conclusion may be inevitable. He slams the door shut. Iris flaps their hands on edge. She wouldn't leave us, not without saying why. There must be something. He looks at Iris with something approaching compassion. We keep looking. Of course. A drawing of a majestic ship is pinned to Maja's wall. There's something uncanny about it. That isn't it, Kelpie. Merle sniffs. The ship's difference is self-evident. So why she got this other ship's picture? Perhaps she just liked the look of it. He studies it more closely. What? It's just... the sails? Why does it look so weird? Merle makes a quizzical noise. Sails. As though drawn on a different scale. But Maja was superlative technical artist. She wouldn't make such a mistake. He turns away. Perhaps it's a metaphor. Iris stares at the mystery ship, twisting a curl of their hair. The bed. Looks freshly made. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say she doesn't make her bed. They specifically said she doesn't do that. So who did that? Either she hasn't slept in it or somebody else made it to look like she left. Could it be that only last night the crew were warm, cozy, and laughing around a fire? Oh, wait, more stuff popped up. My bad. Tree. The tree bends low in the stiff breeze. Its few thin branches bare against the sky. Pair of jars peer curiously at passersby. Okay. Okay, I don't want to go to the gathering hall just yet. I want to get the sling fix or whatever we gotta do. Oh boy. Still bubbles with the wings seaweed brew. God, the sharp tang of salt isn't entirely unpleasant. The Weathered Wings patrons have been known to roll down the ramp at session's end. Jeez. Is it drunk? Sketchy barf? Blow-ins. Merle spies a weathered sailor near the bar and strides over confidently. Ahoy! Oh, it's you. Yes. We need your assistance. You blow-ins have had too much assistance. A rebuke. But we've contributed to your island. A little drink comes out of his nose. Oh, aye. But you still don't belong, do you? Maja, you blow-ins that Neshko as well, all rusting up this island. If you were more hospitable, perhaps the island would thrive more than it currently appears to. And then you'd be able to hold on to great minds like Masha. The sailor slams his hand on the bar and wobbles dangerously on his stool. We look after our own. Yarmeisters see us through. He falls off the stool. Okay. Lisa, a sad-looking figure standing on the balcony, looking pensive. Perhaps she just had enough of the singing. Merle studies a picture of a beaming couple. It's Simon with his arms around a woman with a shock of curls. My Agnes, isn't she beautiful? She just popped out. Iris looks uncomfortable. That's funny. I've been here for several months, but I don't seem to recall meeting her. She'll be back in a bit. Iris is trying to attract Merle's attention. And how long has she been gone? Oh, a little while. She'll be back. She always comes back. There's an odd look in Simon's eyes. We're going now. Gotta find Maja. I just have one more question. Bye. Iris pulls Merle away. Simon stares after them, stroking his beard. Obviously, I made the wrong choice there. She'll just let things go. Hello again, Puckles. What can I do for you? Simon, it's bad. It's Maja. The Kelpie's taken another. Oh no, oh no. And here's me thinking you were bringing life back to it. No, the Kelpie's still here. The Maja's gone. Haven't you heard anything? Not a peep, not a peep, little Puckle. Ugh, that ship was always bad luck. I was there the day the ship drifted back in. Boys Jimmy's in those days. Maja was his apprentice. Simon's eyes take on a faraway look. Hi, Lucy. Aye, the ship came ashore. When we climbed aboard, not a soul to be found but her. Let Iris keep doing the talking. Everyone wants to blame Maja or the ship. Okay. It's just superstition. Now, little Puckle. Lots of strong feelings about that ship. I don't care. I care about Maja. Why doesn't anyone else want to help? Simon scratches a big beard and thinks for a while. Listen, not many folk care to talk about it, but Elisa might later. When she's had a few more cups, if you catch my drift. Okay. Lucy, you hear that? Alright. Jesus. The rising tides took the fields of home. Ha, hey. Sing of the sea, and the memory sank beneath the foam. Hey, ha. Sing. Around one of the tables, the islanders begin stamping their feet. Soon they are banging the table in a pounding rhythm. Then one high, clear voice breaks out over the beat, singing, "Oh, the Nyar is a gift from the wind and waves." The rest of the islanders call and reply, "Hey, ha, sing for the Nyar. In the hunger and the cold, 'tis the Nyar that saves. Ha, hey, sing for the sea. Come on, join in." God, okay, they're singing. Good riddance to bad eggs, I say. Do you smell that in the air? Storm brewing. Mark my words. Okay. Alright, we're going outside. This is definitely rough, because my throat's getting drier and drier the more I speak. Figures arranging feathers with single-minded purpose. Roast gull. And Nico is roasting several gulls. The atmosphere of the fat Nyar is pungent, even in the blustery air. Gull today is some of our best birds. Yum. Stu said she was going to do gull for us next. We have an investigation to pursue. Merle examines the withered, oily creatures roasting in the spit. Unfortunately. Iris gives the sizzling bird a sorrowful look. Right. Have you seen Maja? She's absent. Missing. Absconded. Missing. At large. Nico stops. Her cleaver, oh my god. Her cleaver hovers over an ugly looking root. She brings the cleaver down. No. Reason. Perhaps you saw something out of place last night. Perhaps it meant nothing at the time, but on reflection, any morsel of information would be most gratefully received. And Nico lays the cleaver down and crosses her arms. She's always been like this, a selfish one. Always had something to prove and didn't mind who got hurt in the process. Please. She uncrosses her arms. If she matters to you, I hope you find her. And I hope it doesn't cost you too much. But I don't know where she is. She turns back to her chopping. Choice aplenty. It's okay, Lucy. Relax, relax. You're okay. A board lists the delicacies on the island. Merle mumbles while reading it. Seed-crusted feet. You eat the feet? Delicious. Crispy bits are just Merle widens his eyes. You're our day, you know? Is that what they say? Nico looks harried. She's flipping 3 birds at once. That was 3. That was 1, 2, 3. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Lucy. You didn't like that? Okay, Lucy left. Spattering oil all over the place. Oh boy. It was Puckle's clutch that we had to go to for the sling. A nest abandoned. Don, who looks after trade and supplies, is bustling around on a stock count. Alright. Iris, been too long. The boat business keeping you busy? We need help. Don frowns with concern. Don, what? Right? Please, have you seen Maja? Oh, is that it? Flown the coop, hasn't she? Deserted her chicks.
Hey!
Morrow put a calming hand on Iris' shoulder, but they shrugged him off. Have you seen her or not? This is what I was worried about with Iris. No, good riddance. Yeah, that's a crazy... Is Don, like, does Don not have a chin and that's just like chest hair popping out? Or does Don have a really long chin? No, and good riddance. Bleeding. Iris tugs at the hem of their shirt. Merle frowns at Don's attitude. You don't understand. She made me useful. Everyone always got me to do things I was rubbish at. Couldn't trade properly, couldn't climb properly. She got me on the radio, and that was the first good thing, the only good thing. Don suddenly looks contrite. He didn't want to hurt Iris. I'm sorry, little Puckle. I know she means a lot to you, but I don't know where she's gone. You must know. Sometimes we lose people, and sometimes people leave us behind. Go on with you now. No, we needed your help. With something else. Neil, I'm not reading that. Is that some kind of dreadful illness? That's what it's called. It's a helmet. Curiosity. And what is it for? Iris looks a bit uncomfortable. Picks up the helmet and sighs. When I was a child, well, you know how it is. Sun warmer, calls sweeter. They wore this beautiful thing. They were wise and kind and knew the way of the tides. Now though, well, winds change, don't they? A big favor. Could I borrow it? I mean, I totally look after and like respect the feathers and everything. It's just I might not be around much, and I take it. It'll look over you. Trade for your safety. That's trade enough, Puckle. Grateful. Didn't I need... Don, maybe Moppa needs a new sling Friday. Could we have a bit of that? Of course. It's for a baron after all. Bit chorus, mind? Is at a key stage of development. Sensory input is very important. Have you anything finer? By all means, have a look. Did my controller just die? That's awesome. I don't even know how. Okay. Alcazar, a sheet of softest Minton beer cloth. If you can find it, it's yours. I take your point. Perhaps Addie will find their new sling stimulating. Thank you. Okay. Carved that myself. Alright. Oh. I'm gonna skip through some of this just so we could get to the gathering hall. Okay, goodbye, Don. Goodbye, Donovan Mitchell. What is going on over there? Oh, I didn't mean to. Okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna skip through a lot of this. Have you seen anything unusual at all? What isn't strange these days? Voices in the night, shadows on the horizon, but that could just be the sun root talking. So I guess we're just gonna do all this ahead of meeting him. The problem is rather he swallows the depths. What exactly is the purpose of this researcher's performance? Lessons. We all get them as kids. That's how you find out if you're made to be a harvester or not. Memory. I remember my first seal. A means of traversing cliff faces named after sailing because of the use of rig and rope. I had a huge big egg my first go. Wegna said I was natural, and yet, Merle's tone carries a question. It wasn't for me. God. Hasn't seen her. Okay. I'm so tight that I threw that rock. Look at those kids. As they approach the cliff, little boat. Oh my god, all the singing. Appealing. Alright, we're going to somebody's house. A bird screech greets visitors. Alright. We're taking the bird. Impressive. Not many folks last that long in staring contests. She adopted me. It's an honor. Highest honor. Okay. Welcome to this year's coverage of the Great Snold Race. Who will win this time? Will it be Kilpa or Rocha Jr.? A vision. Neshko is engrossed in reading a book. It appears to be a romance of some kind. Anything of... excuse me? I was about to read aloud to Dora. Okay. 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 You didn't help me, bro. Thanks for the memories. Even though they weren't so great. Alright, there should be... Wait, so I can't click on whatever was on his house? That sucks. Alright. Bro. It's actually ridiculous. This controller pisses me off. Yeah. Alright, so we know once Lisa comes back inside, we can talk to her. But we're gonna end the recording as soon as we get in here. Like once we talk to Aaron Yeager over there. Even here, the scent of Nyar fills the nostrils. It's kind of, I think one thing, maybe I'm not picking up on it, maybe I'm missing the highlighting around the character when you're making the choice of who's going to speak. Good riddance to her. Unnatural it is, unnatural, best left alone. What the hell are you talking about? Rust is shame. If Jimmy were here now, oh, he'd be... Thank you for taking such care of the feathers. You. Escape while you can. No child of the rust can be safe under such a curse. Fly, child, fly. What were they? Nothing. Let's go. Alright, weirdo. Rude ass. Desk holds a number of sketches titled Possible Designs. Okay. Since there's a clock on that, I think that's gonna move time forward. So I'm just gonna go back, give her the sling. Just in case. Don't you have some nosing in other people's business to do? Yeah, okay, well. That's fine. Well, that's fine. Alright. Here we go. First boss battle. Iris spots Aaron and stomps over before Merle can stop them.
Hey!
You! Why is our ship chained up? What have you done with Maja? Folds his arms and looks smug. It was never your ship. Time we called a stop to Maja's nonsense in any case. You think everything you don't understand is nonsense. What? I beg your pardon. I know Anyar's sight more than you about Maja and her obsessions, thank you. She's dangerous. Always has been. We never should have accepted her back. What did you do? Iris? So she's gone. Where to? I don't much care. We're safer without her. You gotta stay calm. Sure, we can have a rational discussion about this and come to some... He's always been against her. Merle raises his hands. Let's stay calm and think logically. Aaron, I'm sure you can find a reasonable way to assist our crew. No. Merle blinks, tries again. One of your own community members has vanished, and we have reason to believe... I said no. I'm gonna go for patience twice, okay? I'm gonna be patient twice. You push me a third time, bro, I don't know. I infer from all of this that Maja may have done something to upset you. Nevertheless, our work and hers is important. I insist that... You will insist nothing, ridiculous people. That's what he sounds like. Fucking, he looks annoying as shit. An unruly shipbuilder and her cast-off, a lazy young malcontent, an absurd historian, and an appalling cook? I will not tolerate it. And you can't not wrest the key from me either. Merle looks astonished at the suggestion. I've entrusted this protection to another person entirely. Merle gapes at Aaron, all out of reasonableness. Now leave. Okay, see, I tried patience twice, like I said. We went a third time, it wouldn't have been patient. The shadows grow longer. All right, so that's a time jump. I think, yeah. So that's what a jerk off. What a joke off. One of those is the freaking rock that I threw. Son of a bitch. That sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, overall, so far, because this is a FIFO, so I don't know that I continue doing this as, you know, a YouTube series. Just I think a FIFO altogether. It's a very slow grind kind of game. It's like slow burn kind of game. I think the art is beautiful. I really like the art style that they had across, you know, this game and Mutazone. Yeah. I wish I played it earlier when it had first came out, you know, so I could be a part of the hype for the people that were enjoying it a lot. But if you are interested in these kind of things, yes, this one is very slow. I think Mutazone is probably the better one to get into. You know, that one is also a slow burn, but not as much of a slow burn as this felt. But it really is just about, like, it's a heavy story driven kind of adventure game. This one particularly feels like it would have been better point and click, so I'm gonna see if on handheld mode does it work touchscreen, because that'll definitely make things a lot easier, you know, being able to like click to certain things. If you watched this, thanks for watching. Please check out Mutazone, I apologize, because I never recorded that for the YouTube or anything like that, so that was something I played when we were, you know, in the hiatus of Raw Cindy, and I enjoyed it a hell of a lot. This maybe I'll come back to every now and then, just like slowly enjoying it with downtime, like with my Switch and handheld, like I said. But it's a shame that the studio had to close down because of financial issues. I think I talked about it at the beginning. Gaming is in kind of like a rough spot right now, with all the layoffs and everything like that. So I think if you have the means to explore outside of what you usually play, you might find things that really impact you, really move you, from all these different studios before they're gone. I think, you know, that one of the great things about what a lot of people try to do with preserving games, things like that, it's great because, you know, companies are always going to come and go, people are always going to come and go, but the heart and feeling and energy that they put into these projects, like this meant a lot to somebody, right? And, you know, if it could live on beyond that, that would always be great. So thanks for watching. If you'd like to hit that like button, if you really like to hit that subscribe button, you just can't get enough, come over to twitch.tv/Cindy. Sorry, my throat is chopped. But until next time, peace.